I'm good.
Hey everyone, we are back. I am Brad Talinsky here at the Winter NAMM show for Guitar World Magazine. And as we all know, technology is playing a much larger part in guitar playing and recording, and we're not just guitar players anymore. We're people with computers and software and being able to take advantage of the instrument in all sorts of interesting and new sorts of ways. And we have with us the people from Guitar Pro who have a really cool new software product for guys that are into tabs and transcribing music. So I have Dave here with me for Guitar Pro. And Dave, tell us a little bit about what we're going to see here.
Sure. Well, thanks for having me. So Guitar Pro has been around for years now. It's kind of the standard for tablature notation on the computer. However, with this new version, there are some updates that kind of bring the software to almost a composition world where you can actually build your tracks, you can actually play through the software. It's doing a lot of different things. And I thought I would just basically build a track for you guys and show people how it works.
Well, let's do it. I mean,
okay.
Show, don't tell, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's give this a try. We'll see. Hopefully no technical issues. But what I have here is a blank template. Very simple blank template made of 3 different tracks. I have a drum track, a bass track, and a synth. We can add as much as we want. We can tweak things. But in a nutshell, and this is a tip for guitar players too, a little bit of theory in there maybe. What I always like to do when I'm building a track is start with the scale that I'm going to use. So for that, I'm going to go in the synth track that I have here. Hopefully people can see. I don't know what you guys are seeing, but hopefully it works. I'm going to change the view so that as a guitar player, I like to see my fretboard. So I got my fretboard here. Some notes have been generated. And what I will do here is select a scale that I want to work in. So let's say we want to build, well, we're in G Dorian. That's great. Everybody loves G Dorian. But I can change that to whatever. There's a lot of built-in scales, but we'll keep it to G Dorian here. And that's what you're seeing on the fretboard, all the notes of G Dorian. And I'm going to change my note value here to whole notes, and I'm just going to build chords. And that's a tip that I give everyone. Don't necessarily go with the names of the chords, just go with the sound. Use your ears a lot more, and that's what we're going to do here. So I'm going to put these on. I don't know if it's going to go through. Hopefully for the live people watching, it will. And I'm just going to build some chords. Now, any notes that I select, because I started with a scale, any note I select will be within that scale. I don't care about notes or anything. Okay, I like this sound. I'm going to go to the next bar, and I'll build another chord. Again, what is it? I have no clue. It doesn't matter. We're going to do 4 bars like this. Super simple. And then, now if I don't like the sound of something, I'll just change it. I kind of like this. So we have 4 bars of strictly chords right now. So what I'll do is take this. I'm going to copy and paste. So I know my shortcuts, but you don't have to use shortcuts if you don't want to. Then I'll go on my bass track, and I'm going to paste this. So now we have 2 tracks playing the same exact thing. We have the synth and the bass. If I play this, well, it's kind of confusing. It's everything is meshed together. So I'm going to isolate the bass, go on my bass track, and I'm going to change my view to the keyboard view. And on the keyboard here, I can see the notes that make my different chords in orange. And because we're dealing with bass, what I'll do is delete anything but the lowest note that we have. So I can do that by simply clicking on these notes. And the magic will happen in just a second here. So in essence, what we're doing is we're simply starting with the chord that we played on the synth. And now I have a bass track that is following exactly the chords.
Oh, that's cool.
And because we're dealing with bass, I'm going to change the value of these 2 quarter notes. So I can do this on the left panel here. And I'm just going to repeat whatever I have. So before I do this, because we're with a bass, I'm going to transpose everything. I'm going to transpose everything here an octave lower. So I can do this here. All right, so now we have a bass track. Everything is lower. I'm going to make sure to use quarter notes. So as you can see here, we have the tab view, and the right here we're still a little bit too high. So I'm going to transpose this whole thing another octave lower to make sure that it's in bass range. All right, this looks more like a bass. I'm just going to use quarter notes. This is a 5. I want to make sure that I'm using quarter notes. Okay, we're almost done. And then this is also a 5. We'll change this to a G. Okay, so now we have 2 tracks playing together. With the chords now. All right, the only thing that we need now is drums. Can you hear anything, or are you just like pretending that it sounds pretty awesome?
I'm just grooving along. No, I can totally hear it.
Oh, you can hear it through here. Okay, okay. I didn't know if I was being selfish here. Okay, cool. Great. Of course, we can modify anything we want, right? I could change notes and all that. Drums, we're going to go very, very, very simple. We're almost running out of time. I'm going to go with 16th notes here. Now, drums, this is something kind of interesting because we're not used to tabbing drums. So for that, Guitar Pro came up with a pretty cool drum view that I'm going to click right here. And this shows you all the different drum elements that are built in. I'm on this one preset for drum kit, but there are a lot available. And I could just click on the elements, and I want something basic like da, boom, da, that's my drums, and then boom. Very, very basic, that's all we need. And maybe some hi-hats here. So we'll do some closed hi-hats. We'll start with a kick. And then some hi-hats. And then the next element that I want is a snare. My snare is, this is a small screen, so bear with me. There you go. We are almost done with our track, I promise. Because I'm going to take this, copy it, and paste it whenever I need it. Okay, great. That looks good. Now I have a full bar. I'm going to paste on the other ones. And we are done with our incredible, amazing backing track. All right, so why am I using headphones? I don't know. I can hear it here. We can adjust the sound. We can go deep in mixes and all that good stuff. You can do that at home. But one of the new features in Guitar Pro 7.5 right now is that you can actually use a guitar direct into your interface. So we're going to give that a try, and then we'll be done with the demo. So before I do this, I need to create a new track. I'm going to add a new track. Electric guitar, overdrive, or distortion. You pick whatever you want. We'll do an overdrive here. I'll click OK. Now this sound that I just entered, I can of course use some MIDI notes and stuff, but I'm not going to do that. I want to use my guitar to use the sound that is built into this. So I'm going to move this here, and
your pick fell. So.
Thank you very much. Now I need to make sure to enable this. This is called the line in mode, and it should be enabled. Actually, it's on the top right option right here. So
you've been so far manually putting in all the notes.
Yep.
But now with the guitar, it's going to be able to interpret the notes that you play on the guitar?
Not quite. It'll be pretty awesome if it did. That's getting into MIDI guitar world.
Right, right.
There's a few things that happen. But no, what we're doing here is using the technology built in. This is software that is processing the MIDI notes that we entered. So just the effects and the modeling part with our guitar. So this could be also an amp modeler, right?
Right.
So it's working. And I can just loop these parts. I can make things prettier. You can do whatever you want with this. But for now, I'm just going to jam with the G Dorian track that we worked on. 440 kind of go forever. Now that this sound was like kind of dry, but of course you can add some effects. You can do whatever you want with that to customize your sound.
So if I go to Guitar Pro and I'm interested in this, what is the name of the product?
It's just Guitar Pro, and we're in version 7.5 right now.
Right. So is this something that you would purchase and download a purchase, or is it an app, or
it's
how
an app.
Does this exist?
It's a software app that is available for Mac and PC.
Yep.
Thank you very much. I think we're good. And it's just a straight download. They have box versions too, right? CD versions available. But yeah, it's just very plug and play. Just need any interface should work.
It's sort of cool because like as you say, you can use theory terms, but it's also just visual. So if you don't know necessarily what the notes are in G Dorian, it's just point and click.
Exactly. And there's so many uses for educational purposes. You can, of course, I didn't even mention that there's so many Guitar Pro files available out there, like thousands of known songs. People have been actively working on transcribing these, and the cool thing with that is that you can loop sections, slow down sections, study the section, and it's a great educational tool.
So, I mean, if you guys are curious about this demo, which was really super cool, thank you.
Thank you.
You definitely want to go online and check it out at guitar-pro.com.
That's right.
And, as with any technology, it's a little hard to sum it up in 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But as you guys can see, like, I love that chord progression, by the way.
Thanks.
It was very Genesis.
Don't ask me what it was.
It was very cool. And check it out for yourself, guitar-pro.com. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Dave, for joining us. And stay with us. There's more to come. We're here at the Winter NAMM in Anaheim, California. See you again soon.
Thank you.